Welcome back, everyone, to the World Championships here in Graz, Austria. World Dodgeball Federation's biggest event of the year. It is the biggest one we've ever had with the most countries, and you're going to see two of them here on the court. Foam mixed action coming up. Japan on the near side, Austria, the host country, on the far side in the red and white. This is your actual last match of the day. And as we get underway, we'll check in on how these teams have been doing in their pools. Never mind, we're going to hold on that because the rush, well, it started for one team. Japan ran, Austria stayed put. Yeah, maybe the whistles weren't perfectly audible for Austria. Maybe the whistle went on the adjacent court. Japan decided to run it. So both of these teams fighting for third place in their pool. They are in Group C, so they're both behind Canada and Hong Kong, but 2 wins and 2 losses each. Austria +5, Japan even. So winner of this match is going to move ahead in the standings right at the end of round robin. So there are stakes. Japan comes together, they send one in. We got 6-on-6 action. Ooh, nice bend on that ball, and a double happening. Team Austria back up to the line. Okay, one preemptive shot out of Japan in the right corner, and one in return from Austria, so both teams will still have 3 balls. Austria again on the attack. There's a curve again. So a couple of nice balls being thrown in the middle. Dominic Riedel. Nice sidearm attack. And a good block. Austria preserving their full 6. To the line they come. Japan moves up. They haven't been able to find an elimination yet, but they still have 3 players on the court, so they're wisely keeping 1 ball each. Riedel again with that big curveball. Okay, some nice dodging from Japan. They've evaded a few strikes from this Austrian side now. Shitaka Koike in the left corner. You hear a whistle. I think that's because 1 ball is way outside, but we do have some mop action on the sidelines. Do not fear. Austria making sure we're not wasting this timeout and not having some mop action. And of course, we will keep you apprised of all the most important mop news as this match continues, and probably throughout the rest of this tournament. Okay, all 3 balls from Japan going over to the right side, and I see a little bit of kind of confusion. Maybe one player throwing when someone else wasn't expecting it to happen, and yep, 3 balls come back from Austria, exacting revenge. Okay, bit of crossing action, but the timing pretty far apart. But again, Austria can afford to be a little bit non-optimal here, given that they've got a large group still on the court. They've still got their full 6. Shots coming in toward Yoshitaka. Austria rearranging things a little bit, as does Japan. Okay, they get a hit. Reika Kauchiya taken out. Yoshitaka Koike still in there, and he gets 1 hit finally. It does come when he's alone, though. Austria readjusting a bit. Riedel's now going to take over that corner, now going to put the pressure on. Okay, some good movement on the court from the Japanese player. comes really close on that ball. First point still up for grabs. 3.5 minutes have happened. A couple of good low shots coming in. Okay. The fake's drawing out the moves, but that is okay. He's still in it. He's got 4 potential attacks coming in. That last one gets through. Mika Genuine doing well to wait out the dodges, and I think he just caught Yoshitaka when his weight was set. He had no more moves left to make in that moment. Austria takes point number 1. Off the rush. Neither team's playing it aggressively this time. Attack toward the middle. And at this point, it seems safe to say that early in the match, Dominic Riedel is the big arm that Austria is leaning on to get their outs while everything's still crowded and everybody's still at pretty full strength. Although he does pass off the ball now, getting a teammate involved. Some counter shots by Japan. The counter coming out as well. But we did see Vivian Hayer involved here, who we also saw in the women's matches earlier. That ball popping up, that one also popping up, but Kopka heads out. Yoshitaka off on the side as well. Okay, that second shot coming through clean. Kohei Adachi will be off on the side. Good attacks now. Austria again mixing up the offense. Labner is now in the middle directing some traffic. Gets a good shot in. Labner, another one of those players doing double duty on the women's team and the mixed squad. Ooh, coming close. But so far, Austria has been managing to avoid these incoming shots. Shuto Watanabe on the right side appears to be the one making calls here. Good shot in the middle though. Minami Adachi is the one taking that. Okay, a couple of shots sent from each side. Everybody's still intact. Nice attack onto Riedel. Keeping his eyes forward while waiting for his team to get up, help make the call. And that ball curving in again, just off the mark though. There's a counter try coming close, but skipping onto the ground. That ball rolling down the side. Japan considering attacking, but nope, just a bit of pressure. Not enough. Not enough to keep him away from the ball. Riedel playing the defensive corner with a bit of offense in there. There's a try toward the far side. Zuklitz out there for Austria, the third woman on this point, and we get a shot coming through. Shuto Watanabe able to eliminate the opposite corner. Austria switches up their alignment a little bit. There are 2 balls from them, 1 return shot made by Adachi. Sorry, that was Takahashi actually. Who let go with the throw. Riedel steps into one, just barely missing. It's still 4-on-3, Austria's advantage. 12 minutes still to go in the first half. Okay, there, Minami Adachi had dropped her ball before the incoming shot came. Perhaps a catch first player, we'll see. Austria taking the space, but it looks like they're going to be content to set up on offense most of the time. Okay, but there is a hit. Watanabe will head off to the side, leaving just 2 for Japan. And 2 balls head into the left corner. Riedel's ball bounced. 1-on-4. That ball bending a little bit as it made its way to the target. Riedel now playing out high. Adachi with a couple of sidearm shots. And now she'll be on defense. She blocks and steps away from those balls. Comes to the line. Riedel still playing defense, and that one, long shot brought in successfully by Vivian Hare. Austria takes point number 2. 11 minutes to go. Japan is going to switch up the lineup a little bit. We see the ball retriever jersey passed off. Looks like we'll be getting Tsubasa Umure into the match. And we're off. Riedel is again going to get that pass back. We know he's going to be willing to take a shot. We got a sideline as Seebach was unable to stay in bounds, scrambling out of the way of one of those balls. Those lines can take you, whether they're the back, the middle, the side. So Austria down 1. This is Japan's first player advantage of the match. And let's see what they can do with it. Riedel is going to step into one. But reacted well by Sho Horiuchi, who's now in the middle for this Japanese squad with one ball. He is the thrower, goes left side. But Kopka able to step away. Kopka seems to hold that ball out high when he is acknowledging the call from his teammates. Japan does go to him again. Kopka lets it go. Bit off the mark. Mizobi gets the ball in from the sideline, and now Japan's going to come up on the attack again. Ooh, good try, Riedel. Yeah, he is taken out. Almost, he did get that blocker at least partly on the ball, but well-placed shot sends him off to the side. So, and now Japan loses one off a big take. But they still have the extra player. Coming to the center line again, attacking toward the left. That one bouncing before finding the mark on Krzysztof Kopka. Denawine is the one letting it go, gets a disarm this time. Good powerful throw coming out of him. Okay, and another one. This one comes up high. Ooh, and Denawine attacking. Ooh, and then he tries to handle the incoming shot on a counter, but cannot pull it in. So 3-on-3 after that. So Austria evening things up again, but there's a lot of this point left to play. Japan comes up. That ball blocked off to the side. Return shot blocked as well. Okay, that's a good clean shot coming in from Labner. I have to wonder how tired these Austrian players are who are on both relevant squads, but they're still firing well in this match. I believe they played right before this one as well, so they are showing no signs of fatigue at the moment. Meanwhile, on Japan, Wakawa on the left side is not the target this time. Japan coming up, waiting for that extra ball. Austria not electing to threaten the huddle. They stay back on defense. Kopka the target. Both balls pretty close, but he does end up blocking the one the most on target off to the side. And now Austria comes forward with 4 balls, and they get through. Wakawa will head off to the side, and Japan just down to 1. That ball sent forward. Okay, that is a tough situation to be in. You're caught out high. facing down patient attackers. Austria takes the extra point. They've got 3. 6.5 minutes to go in the first half. Teams will come together near the middle. Nothing happening off the rush. Riedel is still out there, this time as a corner. Each team tries with 1 ball. Riedel with a great counter manages to get his counterpart out on the other side. Koike taken out on the side, and now the referee confirming that that ball hit the ground before finding the target. That's what they're there for. The referee's kind of cautioning both players about talking across the line at each other. You might disagree with the other player, but you are not supposed to disagree with the ref. You can check with them, but don't argue with them. It's on Austria to throw now. They come to the line. That ball skipping off the mark. Labner tries to deliver. Japan's going to get their chance to do the same. Cross court try getting through, and then the return shot also connecting. So a nice 1-for-1. Riedel there to cover for his teammate in the end. He's now going to swap all the way to the other side. Pops up and attacks again, right on the money. He's done a lot of work in this, but he is traded out. Having said that, though, we're looking at a 2-on-2. Seabok and Labner still out there. Okay, it's Labner the target. Japan. Okay, it looks like Seabok has nothing in hand until now, so let's see how Japan tries to secure this first point of the match for themselves. They got the 2-on-1 there. Spread out wide. They attack from angles. They get it. Kawachia's ball secures the first point of the match for Japan. And they are down by 2 with about 4 minutes to go here in the first half. And this is Japan's debut at the WDBF World Championships. You see the call coming from the left side this time from Japan, and the throw comes from the middle. Oh, and a cover throw hitting in the back of the calves. Mayhofer has to exit. I don't think he was expecting that throw, to be honest. Neither was I. It's a well-placed shot. Japan with the slight player edge again. Riedel draws in an extra ball. He does get clipped, but he is protected as well. Unifying able to turn it into a 1-for-1. Adachi, after eluding that, comes up with his teammates. They get 2 balls in. That's a sliding catch. Pretty sure that was good. That definitely looked like a catch to me. Genevine saying that it was from the left side. I wonder if he even knows for sure who he got, because he was collapsed down on the ground and sliding. And well done to track that incoming ball. So bringing a bit of help back. And Austria used that player edge, that third trailing ball getting through. Genevine with an attack as well, but Japan comes to the line. And this time it's the right side again. Kohei Adachi lets it go, and now on defense, everybody with a ball. Good block. Up high. couple of staggered throws, both teams exchanging a little bit. Japan coming together. Minami Adachi, nope. It is Kohei Adachi on the right side taking that shot. Minute and a half to go now. They still huddle up. Austria not electing to threaten that huddle. I would have thought from some of their more aggressive throwers, we might have seen that by now. To the middle, that ball bouncing in. I'm pretty sure, yep, she's safe. Shot on the right. Genevine lets it go. And again, trying toward the middle. Kawachiya is still in it. We got about 45 seconds to go here in the first half. Japan still looking for another hit. It's been a little while and Austria is still 5 strong. Okay, 2 players throwing. Kawachiya letting that ball go right as she was targeted. A cross-court try from Adachi. Mika Genevine with the slow fake. Now let's see if it's in with the take. No, comes out of the middle. Seabog backing up now. And just a handful of seconds left. Let's see how aggressive it goes. Oh, Genevine with a hit and then a catch. And a block, but we go into no blocking now. Austria has 6 out there. Japan is down to Minami Adachi. No blocking. Referees confirming with both teams. Balls have to start on the court. The ball retriever correctly putting that back in play, although Adachi is then able to do whatever she wants with it, including sending it out. Riedel has to hop over that one and lets it go. Everybody throws. Graceful movement coming out of Adachi. Crowd appreciates it too. Oh, Riedel's trying. Adachi checking whether she was hit in the towel, I think. Maybe that's what she was saying to the referee. Yep, that did get me. The referee didn't seem to think she was hit, but good integrity there if she heard it or felt it. Austria takes that point to end the first half. 4-1 advantage. And as per usual, these teams all smiles in the high 5 line in the middle as they switch sides. Seen some good efforts from both squads, although Austria has so far looked like the better of the two. But it's only a 3-point deficit, so Japan, of course, does have some time to make things up if they can find those shots a little bit more clearly. And just looking at how these teams managed to do earlier in the round robin, Austria had a 12-0 victory over Chile. Then they fell to Hong Kong 8-3. Then a 7-3 victory over Czechia. And then a defeat to Canada 9-3. Considering how strong Canada has looked in this tournament, I feel like that is a pretty respectable score from them. Meanwhile, Japan, when they faced Chile, a 16-0 victory. So we saw the Chilean team already started with a short roster and we're down to 5 players when we saw them earlier today. So they've been the unfortunate recipients of some difficult scores. A little bit after that, Japan lost 14-0 to Canada. They also lost later 7-1 to Hong Kong before overcoming Czechia 7-3, and all leading to this showdown, the final match of Pool C here in mixed foam. Just looking elsewhere in the standings, Canada currently in top spot, 4-0, 61 points for, only 4 against. Hong Kong also 4-0, 41 points for, and only 4 against. Those two squads looking good, and they're actually playing right now. Top spot obviously up for grabs there. This will be our last day in the blue box. You will be able to see all the remaining action at the Sport Park from tomorrow onward, culminating with the medal matches on Saturday. So cloth and foam will be in the same building, I suppose to some extent. There's already both games, both styles being played in the sport park. But all of it remaining will happen in there. Playoffs will be up on the site. You can go to dodgeball.at and click through to the tournament if you'd like to see live updates and schedules, standings and results. And as we often see during halftime, teams talking things over. Coaches and veterans tend to speak up a lot here. We see both teams gathered up in circles. I think Austria probably just kind of saying they can keep on keeping on. I think they've been looking strong relative to their opponents. Maybe a few small things they can look at here and there, but really, they've looked sharp. Japan, meanwhile, just needs to hit a few more of their shots. They might need to play for a bit more ball control if they can. Austria's been patient, so they'd have to survive the shots. But Japan might, if they can't hit the solo shots, they'll need to try doubling up a little more often. Or if they can get the ball control away from Austria a bit, maybe take a chance with some triples. Graz, of course, you've heard that it's hot, but did you know it rained a little bit today? We had the pleasant scent of petrichor outdoors earlier, very welcome. Those of us who were outside when it rained, there was no discussion about coming in to avoid it. Talking things over with the referees a little bit. And we get the whistles. It's about 15 seconds left in the half, so balls are being lined up back at center. Austria is ready to go. Japan breaks their huddle. They will set up on the line as well. We're going to get this second half underway with Austria ahead 4-1. Third place in their pool up for grabs. Let's see who wants it the most, or is able to get it the most. Off the rush. Okay, we get an attack from Japan, and something went flying there as Seebach was hit. She seems to be okay, though, just collecting herself a little bit on the sideline with help from a teammate. So off the rush. Good play by Japan. They do lose one as well. Mayhofer pops up, takes a shot. That ball comes in toward Riedel, who attacks back, and he's on the money. Austria to the line now. They've got the extra player again. Good clean shot comes through. Unifying takes a spot back in the corner. He's going to be on defense. Seeing a little bit of pumping out of him, but he does go low and then comes up high. Huber coming up with the throwers here, and Genevine ends up having to yield the ball to her as he's been eliminated. Hayer takes over on the middle. Sends the ball to her counterpart. It is an involved call here. Japan comes forward, just one ball thrown, but there's the cover. Always appreciate seeing teammates cover each other, although he's putting up the hands that to me look like the universal signal for my bad. Maybe a ball that they weren't expecting him to let go, but Japan has 4 now. No harm done, I think. Rado pops up, lets it go, and good coverage from both teams. Rado takes that shot, had to make sure that Austria didn't run afoul of the clock. The ball that I think was supposed to get toward Hayer had a mind of its own and left the court. Has been returned though, and Japan's shot comes through, is blocked. Hayer is the one letting that go. Japan back to the middle. They're only down by one player right now. Ooh, good shot coming in. Christian Mayhofer avoids it though. Oh, there's a good shot, blocked. And the Japanese players still moving around with good energy out here. And getting good velocity on some of those throws as well. Austria just electing to throw one at a time. And of course, there is still a lot of time left in the second half, but Austria willing to let Japan have to beat them, and that cross is a good part of how you might do it. We've called it out before in this tournament, just how much more dangerous crosses can be. It's harder to block something coming in from those angles, almost 45 degrees. Oh, there's a try. Huber going, not 45 degrees, but the cross of her own coming out of the middle. The 3-on-3 continues. And interesting, Japan has 2 balls on the right side. Middle is unarmed until now. Wait, yes, okay. So it's a slight variation of the usual defense. Depending on perhaps if you're trying to load up a countering player with 2 balls, or if the middle player is very confident about catching, perhaps that informs the choice here. Austria to the line again. Proactive defense from Japan. It's just pump fakes, but it does help slightly break up the rhythm from this Austrian side. It's just 1 ball at a time here. Looking for when the chaos may break open. And there's a little bit, I don't know if I call it chaos, but Japan does come away with a hit. Three on 2 as they try to close the gap in the set score to 2. Okay, they get Huber. I didn't even hear it, but she is off, and Japan has a 3-on-1 edge now. Hayer's not going to make it easy on them, though. Nice shot, but popped away from well. Hayer willing to get a little bit risky with that. I think that's a good choice. She was still a safe distance, and she was able to get very low on her follow through. This time, go straight into a block. Preemptive throw, not really working, and now just 1 in hand for Japan. Hayer gets control of that ball before it rolls back to the Japanese side. She's got 3 in hand now. That's one go close to the feet, another one close to the feet. And speaking of, so is the return from Japan. So they're going to get to go on offense now. They get the extra ball. That count is even, but they got the extra players. They send 2 this time. Japan holding the middle too, just keeping control while that ball rolls back. And I like the play, controlling the space, daring Austria to get a little too aggressive. 13:30 to go. Japan just off the mark. They're gonna, of course, want to close this out. Okay, nice jump. Oh, and the catch is secured. It pops up off the chest. And she wasn't backing up too quickly to gain control. Okay, so Japan getting a little bit of scoreboard momentum back. They got 13 minutes to go to make up the 2-point deficit. And Austria course. It's not a comfortable enough lead to really nurse it. So let's see how aggressive they choose to play it. We got Zonka out there for the first time. Nice attempt to disguise the direction of that throw. Japan's going to get to keep 3 balls on defense as well. Zonka with the first shot, he's out though. He goes to the waiting box while Japan did also lose one. Okay, and they get Riedel too, who again I think has to be one of their high targets because he has thrown so well in this match. Timeout called, this time by Austria. So that will stop the clock with 11:52 still to go. And I certainly don't mind this timeout by Austria. They get one per half. They get to talk things over. They get to maybe slow some of the momentum if they feel like Japan's been building it up. And the message from Japan could easily be just keep doing what we're doing. We are playing well in the second half. We've come out strong. Timeouts are 60 seconds long, but Austria has done what they need to do. Now Japan is ready as well. And just under 12 minutes, of course, on the clock in this half. Japan comes to the line. They got some kind of plan in mind. They got some fakes in the tank. Unifying was the target, but he was low, the shot was high, and he's okay. Now Austria to the line, 1 ball each. Well, that one slipping a bit from Huber, who kind of throws up the sorry hand to her teammates. It's a Canadian move. And another attempt toward the side. Ooh, good hard shot. But it is blocked in Japan. They come together. They come forward. They're still going toward that same target. Viewing Genevine as the biggest threat left on the court, perhaps. And again, a ball thrown his way. I wonder if that's going to start making players and the rest of Austria feel like they can come up unchallenged. Well, maybe not now because that ball finally connected, so Japan got their target. He is off the court, and I think we see Hayer making the universal sign for mop. The crowd goes wild. Referee supervising the mopping action, contributing with a bit of foot. Okay. Good mop work from the Austrian sideline. Japan's going to come out of the mop break with a good hit. Zirklitz taken out. So Japan coming out of that timeout and still hitting those shots. They've had a plan, they've stuck to it, and they've been able to execute so far. The same 3 players have been the throwers. They have an extended talk. They come together. They send 2 on Huber. Calls herself out, so it's just down to Hayer. Austrian fans cheering for Vivian Hayer, and that one, ooh, she pushed in a direction. Her trailing foot got tagged. Couldn't quite get out of the way quickly enough. Japan just down by 1. 9:45 on the clock at the moment. And so they did not let that 4-1 deficit phase them. Again off the rush. Nothing happening, so Japan's going to get the first shot, unless Austria decides to preempt it. Japan sends one in toward Riedel. Kopka back on the court, lets it go from the right side. Austria coming together with 4 once more. Riedel has got that kind of 3/4 arm delivery. That ball curves nicely out of his hand, but between targets this time. He is the target. And this Japanese team does seem to identify who they view as their top priority and focus when they set up on taking that player out. Meanwhile, Kopka takes out the player right in front of him. Riedel trying to capitalize. That is one of my favorite moments, to try and strike a player when they're picking up a ball and maybe not looking. You do have to be on the money. He is the target for his hubris. But because he's still in there, hubris away. That throw coming through clean. He gets a hit with a flick of the wrist. Japan riding high on the momentum of the scoreboard. They are down right now in elimination. So return shot, ooh, right on the money. Unifying, perfectly placed ball, tracking the target as he went down. Japan loses another well-disguised throw coming across. Oh, that's very preemptive. That's 2 balls sent. They get their target, but will it cost them now? As 5 in hand for Austria. Only 1 sent. They're going to have to throw again. They might as well throw 2 when they can. Labner kind of looking back with hands like, well, what was I supposed to do? And it is still on Austria to throw as they've got that player advantage. Bit of a flourish on the follow-through from Riedel there. Japan forward. Ooh, that one almost blocked into a teammate, but Zuklitz is okay. Okay, it's a 1-for-1. Never mind, it's a 2-for-1. It is a bargain for Austria. They've cashed in their coupon, and now Japan. There is discussion. I don't know about what, but I thought Japan should be down 1 more player. The conclave of referees will come together. You may also notice that Japan has 4 balls clearly on their side. There is a 5th one on their side of the center line. Yeah, the referee's confirming that. Japan is down to 1. Let's see if Riedel tries to get up there and claim that ball quickly, because it is obviously very reachable. Okay, heads up play. Japan can throw this, and on the follow through maybe, yep, secure that extra ball. Kopka protecting, but doesn't want to invest too hard. I think if you're Austria, you don't need to here. You do still have the lead. You have a significant player edge. Ooh, nice defense again. 3 balls sent and all defensed. Got a lever action on the throws here. That often makes me think this player may have cloth experience, because those are those kind of push style throws, less whip in the arm and more pushing behind the ball. Austria now is going to come up. Okay, there's a preemptive throw. It's another ball in from the side, but now Austria with 4 coming forward. Another pose afterward, and she comes forward. She's going to have to try to get a hit. She does. Zuklitz hoping to track that, but that shot faded away from her and sent her off to the side. Austria now with 3. Less margin for error than before. Okay, and there's a hit again. Kopka able to get through, get Austria's momentum back on the scoreboard. They're back up by 2, 5 minutes to go in the match. Still anyone's points and anyone's match, but Austria in a much more favorable position now as the time starts to dwindle down. Because Japan, when they've got their counters hitting, they've been able to eliminate players fairly quickly. But on offense, Austria's had the better of them. their solo shots connecting that much more often. Labner doing well to defense that ball in the back up. Okay, we've got another referee conversation beginning. Is that perhaps they're standing at the attack line, so I wonder if that means the ball wasn't cleared all the way. Referee's talking to the Japanese players at the moment, so whatever the discussion is, I guess it affects them primarily. Well, whatever the conversation was, it doesn't result in too much other than the rush starting over. So I wonder if that means one player was not all the way on the back line. This time on the rush, the attack is on Labner. And once again, she is taken out. Okay, but. Is this another backline conversation? Because this can result in, if it happens enough, players can get a warning and teams may have to start with 5. We're going to redo the rush. One quirk of the rules too, if a ball is not cleared behind the attack line, it is not treated as a live ball for the purposes of a hit, but if it is caught, the thrower is still out. One of those rare cases of a Heisenberg's uncertainty principle applied to dodgeball. Four minutes and change on the clock. Japan to the line. Good block by Riedel, who pops up again, lets it go. Ooh, that kind of almost stuck to the player, but it's a hit. Riedel has been throw happy and happy with the results. Maybe not that one in particular, but overall I'd say so. Genevine and Kopka still have balls. Kopka might go preemptive, but no, just a good fake, and Japan's going to get to set up again as that ball blocked back to their side. They come in, they send one, just one. And this is where I have to think Japan might have to play a little more aggressively than they have been so far if they want to play for the win. Meanwhile, Austria can force Japan to beat them. So if they're just going to throw those solo shots and the defending players feel like they can deal with them, that forces Japan to have those throws be good enough to eliminate players. Once again, it's that cross. And again, repeated looks at the same target suggest that is a common feature of the strategy for Japan. Oh, tasted their own medicine perhaps as Kopka sends one across. Okay, there's a try into the middle. 2.5 minutes to go. Notice this from the Austrians. The non-throwing players do come up. Ooh, and there's a catch given up. Moral support perhaps for the throwers. And the Austrian coach saying, don't worry about it, to his player. Teammates got you. Oh, Riedel got by that ball. He dodged kind of first, and the throw found him solidly. Here's some of those hits we wanted to see out of Japan. So they've got a catch, they've got a hit. Cross comes through again. Zuklitz in the middle is the fake. Genevine on the left is the take. Now up in the middle, it's a cross again, this time toward Genevine. Return shot from Kopka. As it gets another ball in from the sideline. Japan attacks. This one straight ahead. Nice to see the variety coming out in the Japanese attack. Having said that, less than 90 seconds on the clock. They are running low on time to try and force some kind of tie. Austria doing well to play it conservatively without being too passive. On the hunt for that third place secured win. Nice jump, although Genevine almost managed to kick his right foot into that shot. Okay, there's a hit. Solo throw straight ahead. Sends Kopka to the side. They've got 45 seconds to work with here. Genevine takes the extra ball. All three Austrians coming forward. And it is a southpaw shot coming through. Connecting. Reducing the Japanese side to 4. 3 of them coming forward. 2 balls sent in. Big dodge by Genevine. Man on defense now with just 1 ball, and it's a catch while holding a ball. Okay, but 5 seconds left. They attack. They drop 1. Genevine takes another shot a little bit after the whistle, but that means we're going to move into no blocking. That is going to secure a win for Austria, regardless of what happens next. Players will start back at the back line. 3 balls per side. They come forward now. No blocking, of course. Ooh, close calls all around. Players returning fire one after another. Even if you can't block with it, a ball is a weapon you can use. Nice dodging by Genevine. I like Japan forcing out the movement, but so far the Austrian has been up to the task. There's a connection. 3 players left on the Japanese side, still 2 on the Austrian side. The last match of the day in this venue is underway. There's another hit. 2-on-2 now coming up to the middle. Ooh. I think that was a hit in the general face area and finished off. Austria finishing strong. The host country finishing this match with a statement. And it was a close one, but Austria coming out on top, securing 3rd in their pool. And that is just about going to do it for dodgeball action for the day here in the blue box. The schedule will be worked out for tomorrow based on all the results once they're in and processed and confirmed. If you are interested in seeing what that looks like, keep an eye on dodgeball.at, click through to Worlds 2024. And look for the schedule. But until tomorrow, signing off for the day, letting you enjoy this chant and cheer from the Austrian team. Here in Graz, Austria, the Dodgeball World Championships. Terry Thrasher signing off for all of us here. Have a good evening.